here you find me, and we are now in April of year 3, so quite some time has skipped. I believe we were in November of year 2, so we've skipped December, January, February and March. Now the reason for that, and I promise you really haven't missed much, is because it was winter, and this whole map was absolutely covered in the thickest of snow, which means I couldn't cut any grass, and for the stuff that I next wanted to do, I just couldn't do it with all that snow. Now I know I could have just turned snow off, but I went forward in time. It did mean the cows' food was run down, but if we go over to here, we can see that I've been on top of that. They're all full up. In fact, they're all maxed, so we don't have to worry about that. They've got their food, but we are absolutely maxing these cows out today. I know I keep saying we're working towards that. It's happening now in this episode. We've got 500 over there, 500 in there. We're going to be maxing out to the 500 in there, which brings us to 1,500 cows. And then after that, it's going to be thinking about putting in more animal husbandries and adding in more. There is one I want to put in, which would make us up to another additional 1,000 cows, which is stupid, I know, but we're going to do it. Now, more changes, and I feel like I start every episode with more changes, but in between I have a little think about it, and I think, how can I make this more effective? Now, last episode we put in the dairy, so we've got an on-site dairy to process our stupidly huge volume of milk, which if we have a look up here, here we can see that we've got 484,000 litres of milk, and we need to do something with that. So that's going to go into the dairy. Now, we've also got the sugar beet, which is in storage. We can turn that to sugar. And I'm thinking, rather than doing the cheese, and I'm doing chocolate, we're going to become a dairy chocolatier farm, and we're going to start mixing our chocolate with our milk and producing on-site chocolate. That's going to be our thing, right? With that in mind, we're going to need more sugar to keep up with the milk, because we're producing a lot of milk every month. So therefore, we need to be producing more sugar beets to make more sugar. So we're going to install a special greenhouse. It's a one by Omatana, but she's just done an update. If you haven't seen it, you're going to love this. It's the open air gardens, but now huge, which just fits perfectly with this unrealistic dairy experiment that we're doing, with an unrealistic huge greenhouse that produces a stupid amount of sugar beets, which will go with our stupid amount of milk, which will produce us a stupid amount of chocolate. Fantastic. So we're going to be doing that today. We need to think about how we move a large amount of pallets. So this has been put in. So we've got this low loader in. This is how we're going to move our pallets, because I don't want to just set everything to auto sell. This will hold, I think, up to 96 pallets of chocolate, which we would then take off to sell. That's going to be happening once we start producing the chocolate. So we've got that to do. Now, in the last episode, I also kept saying we're producing a rather large amount of slurry, which, as you can see, is here. We have 1.7 million litres of slurry. That's gone up quite a lot since last time I looked at it. Those cows have been, they've been busy. That was that number was a lot lower than that. My God, I kept saying to you, I don't know what to do with that slurry. Well, I found the answer. I found a production that is going to allow me to convert slurry into solid fertilizer at 100,000 litres at a time. That then can be sold and make us an absolute small fortune. Although we don't necessarily need the money, and this playthrough is not about money, it's about how many cows we have, but the more money we have, the more cows we have, and so forth. So I'm going to put some productions in that's going to convert slurry into solid fertilizer, and we'll set that to auto sell. I'm going to put them somewhere close by to here. I'm not sure. I may flatten just this bit on the side here, maybe. I'm not sure where else I could put them, because I'm going to have to come over with a truck, empty the slurry, and I don't want to drive too far. And what I want to put in, they're not exactly big. So I'm thinking just like here to the side, maybe. We're going to work all this out, don't worry. And then, so we're going to start turning our slurry into solid fertilizer, start selling that, say hello to the cows. This one's having a little lay down. Star of the show, hard work, producing all that slurry. You must be absolutely knackered. Let's have a look in there. Does it? Yeah, look. We need to get this emptied. So let's job number one, let's go and get a truck over here and just start the process. I mean, look at all the straw I've got. I was going to do manure. If I put straw in there, I can produce manure, but it's just a lot of extra field work, which then takes up a lot of time that I just don't need to do. And that's the only reason I'm not doing it. So, this is my slurry tanker. So we'll start this filling up. I think this is going to hold... can't go that way, can I? I think this is going to hold like 800,000 litres at a time. So this is going to take a couple of times. And I think the production can only hold 100,000 at a time. So it's going to take us a while to convert this into solid fertiliser. But it's because I just didn't think of this ages ago when I was on the line about what do I do with all this slurry. You know. So... there we go. Let's get that emptied out. I don't know if that actually goes lower as we empty it. We'll come back and have a check. But that's going to slowly be filling that up with slurry now. So that's one job being done. Now, next job. Let's cut through the cow shed. We need to start emptying some milk. It may get to a point where we might have to have two dairies. And one dairy just can't hold enough or process our milk fast enough. We may have to have two. I don't know. We're going to have to work this out together as we go. This is kind of the blind leading the blind because I've never done an unrealistic dairy farm before with an extraordinary amount of cows. So I'm learning as I'm going, but we do need to start taking milk out of these cow sheds. So that can start as well. Just drove into the... right, there we go. Right, we've got one truck filling milk, we've got one filling the slurry. Systems are a go. Right, where do I put... Let me show you the... Let me show you this. I think it's this. Production shed. Yes, it's tiny, look. This will convert... This is brilliant. I use this on some other maps. I was playing on the Western Wilds and I was using this. It's really good. You can produce... So if you want to be a self-sufficient farm, it's part of the multi-crop greenhouse pack. And you can make your own fertilizer. It can do rock to lime, so you can make your own lime. Fertilizer can be made from manure and slurry. You can also make your own seeds from crop. It's fantastic for making your farm a self-sufficient farm. I just need to think where I can put... We're going to need a couple of these. I did want them to be somewhere kind of near here. So I empty the slurry, drive up here. I might just put it... Now, if it's here, it's in the way of this shed, really, isn't it? I could just put it in front of the shed here. That wouldn't be in the way, would it? Just so we've got one. Yeah, we'll do that. So... We may have to have a couple of these again because it only can hold 100,000 litres of slurry at a time. It runs quite fast, but we've got 1.7 million litres of slurry, and I guess I'm not in a rush to do it, but we do need to... it looks a bit out of place there, I know, but we need to get on. But there, let me show you this if you haven't seen it. It's really good. So solid fertiliser you can make from digestate. So if you've got a biogas plant bought on a map that you're playing and you've got a stupid amount of digestate doing nothing, you can auto send it here and turn it into solid fertiliser, which you can then sell for a lot of money. It's great. And this is what we're going to be doing, is slurry. We'll activate that. So for every 2,000 litres of slurry, we'll make 1,500 litres of solid fertiliser. You can do it from manure, which will be a faster process, manure and digestate, and manure and slurry. But this is the one we're interested in. Seeds you can produce from barley, oats, sorghum and wheat. Lime from your stones and water. And then you can also produce your own manure if you don't have it. So if you need manure, if you've got straw and slurry, or if you've got straw and digestate, and you can even make your own herbicides using the road salts and the water. It's a fantastic mod. Very, very much recommend this. So there we are. So if you want to find it for yourselves, if we go to, it's part of this greenhouse pack. This one. So it's the multi-crop greenhouse pack by GH66 mods. So that's the name of it, and it comes with this as part of that greenhouse pack. So really, really cool. As I said, we're doing this now. As I said, like, it can only hold 100,000 litres of slurry at a time, and then it will do 48 cycles, doing 2,000 a time. So it's going to do just short of... It's just not going to do a lot. But we may have to have a couple of these running and then having them, so we may have to have like a little... See, now I've put that one there, I'm trying to think, we're going to need more, aren't we? We're going to need a couple. Maybe I could have like a row of them. We may, yeah, do you know what? We may have to. I can't remember where that was now. I think it was at the beginning of this part here, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. This, yeah, maybe we're going to have a couple, I think, and just have them stored along here. I just want to make sure that I can get vehicles out. Yeah, no, it doesn't look right if I put one there and then one there because we're blocking the path. I think maybe I might have to extend this land, like flatten it and have them kind of along here. Because I don't want them to be too far away from where I currently am, if that makes sense. So let's just landscape this so it's a bit flatter, and then I'll match it in as best I can. There we are. That should be okay there. Let's just flatten that in, just so it's not looking too ridiculous. There we are. Let's actually no. Let's put. I think the one this farm tends to use is this one, isn't it? So let's just do this, as it's now like a little sort of working area, like that, and then we can match that back in as best we can. Where's meadow? There it is. Go over the path. So it doesn't look too ugly or not in keeping with the landscape that we've just done. I know that's not perfect by any means. I may come back later and just tidy this up a bit. Just kind of curve that in a bit more. I know that's far from great. Right. And if I delete that one just for a second, because I want them now to be here, along here. We could have like, let's see how many we can fit without it being too stupid, shall we say. So if we put one here, one, where's the mouse actually? If we put one, I want to kind of, yeah, turn it like that. So here, and then here. There we go. Now we can do 400,000 litres of slurry at a time. That's much better. So now, basically, we just want to turn these all on. So we want to do that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. Cool. All they need is... Right, how's this going? Let's check on it. Gosh, there's so... You think in your head when you come in, like, oh, I haven't got that much to do this episode. Oh, it's full. It is full. Oh, that has gone down. Look at that one compared to that one. I didn't realise that was a live representation of how much slurry there was. That's cool. Actually, let's reverse. We'll just reverse it. And then in each one of these now, we can fill them up and start producing... Oh, I'm going to set them to auto-sell as well. There's no reason for me to keep having to come down here, filling up something with solid fertiliser. And if I ever need now solid fertiliser, I can just come and get some. Right, there we go. So let's empty into this one. That might have just done both of them, I don't know. Oh no, I did one. You know, hopefully as I come up with these ideas, it can give you ideas for your farms. Like, I'm not saying you would have this amount of slurry, but, you know, for making your own, for being a self-sufficient farm, producing your own seeds, your own lime, your own herbicides, your own fertilizer. It can save you so much money, but you've got the stuff on your farm to make it with anyway. It's a great idea. Right, that truck I think can carry on and refill. We want to get as much slurry out, and then we'll move on to this pit here, so we get this one empty, can't we? I think that one's empty, isn't it? Yeah, it's not taking it. I think we've emptied it. Let's do this one now. Yeah, there we go. Right, and what we want to do now is set all four of these to auto sell as well. So as we're producing solid fertilizer, sell it. We're gonna see our money really jumping up. And if like I said, if I ever need some, I can just change one of them. I could just have maybe one of them not selling, and I've got a constant supply then. Right, cool. On the hour every hour, they will convert and sell, and we can get that done. So, next, I know I shouldn't keep tabbing. I'm thinking, let's get the sugar beet out of here. Because if we're going to start making chocolate, we need the sugar beet out of this, and we need to put sugar mill in. Which means I can show you the next thing that I did off camera. I did a bit of landscaping in preparation for future projects. We needed some more room on the farm. Where is it? Sugar beet. There it is. Fill her up, please. That might take a while. Right, let me go into construction view just so I can show you some stuff. So you'll see there's this extra path now that wasn't here before, leading here. I flattened, as you can see, all of this land here, and then tried my best to sort of landscape it in. So this is now a usable area where we might put more cows. I could put in open pastures. I know I've got one that can hold 1,000 cows that I might be using. So there's this usable land that we have here. And then next to our dairy, which is here, I also flattened this section of land out here because it was basically starts here and then just curves right down at a really steep angle. So this whole section's been flattened out. This is where we're going to put our sugar mill here. And if we need another dairy, we can either put another dairy here, or we can fit a sugar mill and a dairy in here somehow. So I know now it looks a bit, it kind of drops off down there, but I needed more usable space. So sugar mill, actually, let's do that now. We do need to put the sugar mill in, so let's get it done. Did I go past it? I don't think I did. Carpentry, spinnery, dairy, grape, sugar mill. There it is. Oh, that's the standard sugar mill. I want this one because it will be faster. There we are. So if we put it, I say we put it here. Yeah. Actually, where's the... Yeah, let's put it that way around, because we want to be able to just... I don't know. No, we can drive around. It just looks nicer like that, doesn't it? Well, that's it. It's in. It is in. And now we just need to match that in as well. I'd really like this gravel paint texture. I wish more maps would use this texture. It's really nice. So, you know, I don't know how far, I keep saying I don't know how far I'm going to take this. I kind of want to take it to the point where I've took it as far as I can, if that makes sense. You know, I don't want to be doing this forever, but at the same time, I want to keep going to see how many cows can you actually do on this game before it actually is now just, well, impossible. But I'm thinking of another let's play, starting a proper let's play, like a proper farming let's play, and I'm kind of already thinking about what is my next map going to be for, you know, for a proper farming let's play. I know I've been doing Alma, but what you guys probably don't know is before I started, you know, making the decision to make YouTube videos, I had already done my own private play on Alma where I'd put a lot of hours in, And then I decided to do Alma as a Let's Play for YouTube, which is okay, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not really enjoying it. And the reason I'm not really enjoying it is because I've already done it, if that makes sense. I kind of want to go somewhere new that I haven't already done. So I'm looking at maps, and there is, I don't know, I'm not going to say right now in this video, but there is a map. There is something I've got my eye on that I think that looks really cool. That could be my next Let's Play, and I might leave Alma alone. I want to do a Let's Play where I do lots of, a real long-running farming Let's Play where, I'm not saying start from scratch, start with what the map maker provides you basically, but really progress it and really put in a lot of episodes. That was awful. A lot of episodes into it. Yeah, just a really good farming Let's Play. I want to get done, and yeah, I've got plans. So basically, that's what I'm saying is I have plans of what I have in my mind. Maybe for when I finish doing this mini-series. Right, sugar. Okay, here's the question. Is it better to produce sugar from sugar beets or sugar beet cut? Which gives me more? So sugar beets, for every 2 sugar beets, you'll give me 1 sugar. If I do sugar beet cut, for every 5, I get 3. So that's a 2-to-1 ratio for every 2. So if I put in 100,000, I get 50,000 sugar. But that's a 5-to-3, which I think means it's actually a better ratio. Because that's half, whereas that's not half. Half would be 2.5, right? So it's better for me to put in sugar beet cut. I'll get more sugar. So I'm going to do sugar beet cut, and I'm going to set this to distributing, because we're going to send the sugar once it's made straight to there. And this is sugar beet. So we're going to put in this, which is the lime and beet pulp production by Zodelzok. And we are going to do this. And this is going to convert... Where should I put this? Let's put this here. This will convert my sugar beets into sugar beet cut, and a 1-to-1 ratio. Went into the wrong tab there. 1-to-1 ratio, which means we don't lose anything. I am one for, I like things to kind of look like it was supposed to be here. Yeah, there we are. So, if I turn back around, actually just let me set it up first. I can show, it can hold like 1,000,000 litres, it can hold a lot. So, if we now come into here, as you can see it's 1-to-1. For every 4,000 sugar beets, we will get 4,000 sugar beet cuts, which I can also put that on distributing. So, I put sugar beets in here, it converts it to sugar beet cut. It will then automatically send my sugar beet cut into the sugar mill, because we've switched that on, that we're saying we need sugar beet cut. It will turn the sugar beet cut into sugar, because we've activated that, sugar beet cut. That will then come into here from there, produce sugar, and then distribute the sugar it makes straight into here. So everything is working. Oh, it's really narrow, I can't quite walk in there. Everything is going to be worked together, and we're going to say we want to do chocolate. But the chocolate is going to be on spawning, not selling. So, and we will pick up that chocolate and sell it. And all we've got to do is drop off the sugar beets into there and drop off our milk into here, and the whole process becomes automated. And the next thing that will happen is we start seeing pallets of chocolate appearing. So, sugar beets in, and this will get started. There you go, can you hear that noise? It's chugging away. I like the kind of like the smoke coming out of there, that's cool. Now, that's all the sugar beet I have. That's it, I don't have anything else, which brings me nicely to the greenhouse. So, I've used Omitana's greenhouses before, a long time ago when I did a Western Wilds play. And that's why I also did this path leading down here, which again is a massive area that I flattened out that we can use, which we weren't using. This was just wasted land. Now, she's just... No, I think the Open Air Gardens was a mod that came out, I want to say a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. She just released an update here. These aren't in order for some reason on here. This is the normal open-air gardens. This is now a medium-sized and a large size. This is new. And this is what we are going to put in. So, we're going to place this down. I'm going to put it right here. Oh, yeah. And we are going to produce, guess what? Sugar beets. Now, you can do sugar beets, which will just needs water, and will make 81,536 times a month. Or if we really want to speed things up, we can add seeds and solid fertilizer. And now we're producing double the amount. So we would produce 5,120 sugar beets 48 times a month. That is a lot. And that is what we're going to do. We'll start it off with water just for now. And then we'll add the other stuff in there. But what we want to do is take the sugar beets to distributing. What that means is it means that as this produces sugar beets, it will send the sugar beets directly to that factory that's converting sugar beets to sugar beet cut, which will then send them to the sugar mill, which will then send the sugar beet cut, which will then send the sugar to the dairy. That means we have a constant supply of sugar beets making sugar. Sugar beets making sugar beet cut, making sugar, and then we have our constant supply of milk from the cows that I will bring over. We should have an influx of chocolate. Let me turn this off. So, let's have a look and see how much milk we've got. It should have finished. Yeah, that one will be empty. So let's go and empty this one. And then we need to put some more cows in as well. Let's start doing that. That'll be going to the dairy. Right, let's buy some cows. Oh, and then get some water in that greenhouse so that can start that process off as well. I think, what have we got? 542,000. I think we can max this out now, can't we? So we've got 120, so another 60. Another 60. Yep, another 60. How much money have I got now? 245,000. Can I do it on this episode? I've now got 146,000. So it's 100,000 every time. So this is the last lot. Oh, I've got 47,000. Oh, don't forget though, on the hour, we're going to start selling solid fertilizer. I only need to buy 80 more cows, and we've done it. We've maxed out the map with our 1,500 cows. Oh, so close. So close. Right, I need water. Is that still filling? Yeah, it's still filling. I'm tempted to... Alright, let's go and check the slurry one. Just see how that's doing. Let's round here. Right, yes, that was the empty one. Okay. Oh, we're full. Can any of these take any more? I mean, 100,000. I can only do 400,000. I've got a feeling they're probably all full, aren't they? Let's just move this to the top. Yeah, so that's full. Yeah, they're all full. I can't empty any more out of there, even if I wanted to. But it's sitting in the truck now, ready to... You didn't just see me back up into that cow. That didn't happen. I'm just trying to turn this around because I want to borrow this while I'm waiting for the milk to be done. I want to borrow the truck to go and do the water, because this tanker can stay here. I can't do anything with it for the time being, so we can detach, and then that leaves this truck free to go and sort the water out, because I need to come and empty that milk of the lawn. So if I swing left and then reverse into it, oh, I just feel like it's like a never-ending list of stuff to do. It's just so much stuff all worked out. But I feel like this is really This is really coming along now. Right, that's now filling up with water. That's exactly what I want. That's finished. So let's go and empty this one down here, and then that's all 3 drained of the milk. Didn't take too long on this one because there wasn't as many cows in this one. I just thought, I think this one's got its own slurry point, isn't it? Yeah, slurry. There's 96,000 litres of slurry in there as well. It's these two that are those... Yeah, do you know what? In my head, I thought those 2 slurry pits were for all 3. They're not. They're for those 2. That one has its own self-contained slurry. Did we fill the tanker up to the brim? I have a feeling we did, didn't we? Yeah, I can't even think to empty that. We may even just have to go and sell a tanker of slurry just to get it empty, I think, and just start. Because I should have been doing this a couple of months ago, rather. That's done. Right. That is milk collected from all 3. So yeah, 486,000 litres of milk on board. I have no idea how much this dairy can hold. Like I said, we may have to have more than 1 dairy running. I won't do that now. We'll skip across here because I should have moved that tractor out of the way. It's a bit naughty. Let's hop around the back. There needs a bit of landscaping there for sure. Right. Come on, take all of it. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Take it all. Oh my god, it actually took all the milk. How much milk can that hold? Okay, so forget what I said. 1 day... Oh my god, we didn't even do a quarter. It can hold 2 million litres. Ladies and gentlemen, this dairy will suffice. Only can hold 2 million litres of sugar. Okay, we're going to be good with just this one dairy. And it's a fast dairy as well. Look at that. 12,000 cycles. And don't forget, we're doing the chocolate. It's just waiting for the sugar. So yeah, 12,000 times it would take. So it would take 12,000 milk and 12,000 sugar per day. And then convert that into... So we'll make... Yeah, if I'm saying that right, if it takes 1 milk, 1 sugar 12,000 times, then it's 12,000 bits of chocolate. So it's only going to do 12,000 per day of chocolate. Is that right? Because that takes 3 and makes 2. So that makes 2 cheeses 12,000 times a day. That makes 13 butters 12,000 times a day. But chocolate only makes 1 12,000 times a day. So although I'm happy we're making chocolate, we may also have to, with the amount of milk we're going to have, only taking 12,000 a month. Because we're on 1 day months and I've got 500,000 litres. I think we're going to have to do cheese and butter as well. Otherwise we're just not going to get anywhere, are we? But maybe we just auto sell the cheese and the butter, because otherwise we're going to have all sorts of pallets spawning out the front. I kind of just want to pick up one thing. Otherwise we're going to have pallets of butter, pallets of cheese and pallets of chocolate. And yeah, that's something for me to think about. I will come back. I will come back to you on that. So I think it's what, 10 o'clock now. Let's skip ahead to the afternoon. I can see our money's already jumped up to 73,000 when it got to 10 o'clock. That's because we started selling solid fertilizer. So I'm going to skip ahead to the afternoon and then we see if we can get these cows filled up. Okay, so I've actually skipped quite far ahead. It's now 9:30 in the evening, but look at our money. 372,000. Let's have a little check on how all the productions are getting on. So, sugar beet cut. It has done all of the sugar beet that we put in, converted all of it, and sent it off to the sugar mill. So let's go and check on our sugar mill. it's all in here now. So it's worked. All the sugar beet cuts in here, and it's now producing sugar, which is automatically distributing it as it's making it to the dairy. So if we now check on our dairy, we should see, yep, there's now 14,000 litres of sugar, and it's now started producing chocolate. So that whole system is working. I just think it doesn't produce enough chocolate. So, as I've said before, if any of you have got recommendations for a different maybe dairy that can do more chocolate faster, let me know in the comments. But this is the one I knew of that works fast. But although it does 12,000 cycles, it's only going to make 12,000. So we're only going to get 12 pallets a month of chocolate, which is not a lot. We'd only get 24 pallets of cheese. I may have to turn it all on. Yeah, do you know what? I think we are going to have to do that. Because we're going to have... Yeah, we'd turn it all on. I don't think we've got any choice. But let's not have it selling. We will sort that stuff out. There we go. That was decision made. So the whole system... I am sorry, it's now dark. The whole system we've implemented is now working. Lost my bearings. There we are. So yeah, so we've got everything worked. The only thing that's not doing anything yet is the greenhouse. I totally forgot to go and put the water in it to make it start producing sugar beets. If I'd have done that before I fast forwarded time, that would have been quite fantastic. So I need to just go and dump the water into the greenhouse, so that starts at least overnight making or growing sugar beets, and then sending those sugar beets over to our sugar beet cut facility. And while I'm over here, we can max out our cows. We're finally doing it. It's been this is a monumentous moment for us to now be able to max this out. 20 more. We've done it. We've done it. We have now got 1,500 cows. 500 cows in this one, 500 cows in this one, 500 cows in this one. That is a lot of cows. Whew. That's it took us a while to get to the stage to even afford to buy 1,500 cows, but they're done. So the next step up now is to keep doing our products to get all our chocolate, cheese. Just got out of my head what the other thing is. God, such an idiot. Butter. To start producing all of our products so that we can start using up all this milk, keep the slurry processing. I can go and empty some more slurry into those facilities, I'm assuming. But let's get water into here. Let's get that done. Again, I should have done this earlier. That's my bad. So there we go. Water is now incoming into here. So let's turn that on if I didn't already. We'll just do it with water for now. Next time you come in, I probably will have added the solid fertilizer and seeds in so we can do the faster production. But yeah, that's now distributing. And you see it's going instantly. It's already made 16. So there we are. That's been done. Last thing to check is, can we just put a bit more slurry into our solid fertilizer productions, because we do need to start getting that slurry down. We've got so much of it, it's ridiculous. And then the next thing will be topping up the cow feed, and I still need to get that grass cut and retop up our all of our facilities there as well. How much are we holding? Yeah, it's gone down by about half each. So we can refill these. That can be done. I need to bring the truck back round. What did I do to borrow? It's for the water. So once the water's done, I will refill these up off camera. Next month we will get the seeds and fertilizer into the greenhouse over there, and then I need to cut the grass, get the grass into our silos, so we are producing our silage, because the cows are going to need topping up. I think they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. So yeah, it's just a case of we need to keep our silage topped up. This one's full. I can't put anything in it now anyway. Where's the other ones? there and there. That one needs about 500,000 litres. Yeah. So actually we cut the grass next month. So I think we'll leave it there. I think that brings us nicely to the end of this episode. We've got a few jobs, a bit of tidying up to do. I think the next stage is bump up that greenhouse, and then we think about how we move forward and increase and push the cows to an even more unrealistic capacity. I'm thinking of putting in this. It holds 1,000 cows. The size of it. So that's a possibility of what we're going to be doing next. So if you're still with me, if you're still enjoying, thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the like, because it really does help to promote the video and help me to grow as a younger, newer YouTube channel that's not long started. And for you guys that are watching and enjoying, thank you so much. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, or if you've got any ideas or tips on how to progress forward. I'd love to hear that. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care.